Hey, Andy here with Reez Effects. We're going to run through a bunch of quick pedal demos. They're all going up for sale. This is an Angry Mob. I've made a bunch of these. It's a basic straight up distortion. This is a American Deluxe Fender Strat through a Princeton Reverb clone. That's the clean tone. We're going to do these quickly. So top one's obviously distortion, obviously volume. Wow, that was great playing. So Angry Mob. Second pedal, I think this is an Angry Mob too, I can't recall. That's volume, distortion, or volume. That's volume. Okay. I don't even remember what I was doing when I made this one. It's just got volume and it's just distortion. Yeah, it gets loud enough. Basic distortion. Okay, here we go. Blue box of fuzz. The LED is not, I don't know what's going on with that. It's in there and it works, but it doesn't look too great. This may have been something I was just messing around with. This is distortion slash fuzz. Volume. Goes from light breakup to blue box of fuzz. Okay, this is actually a cool pedal. I couldn't remember what this was. This is my version of the WTF circuit from Rockette with some simplifications, but it still does the basic thing. Volume, distortion, and this is kind of changes the bias on the transistors, the distortion circuit, so you get that trombone or trumpet sputtery sound. So here's the volume. We'll dial back. If you run this all the way over, it gets kind of really splattery and not too pleasant. But when you dial it just right, sounds a little bit like a horn. Depending on your pickups, where you need to dial in, it'll be different. So good for single notes and leads. So the Reez version of the WTF. Kind of a cool pedal. I have one on my board. I forgot that I made two. Here's another Angry Mob basic transistor distortion. So everything's zeroed here. Volume. Oops. Let's turn it on. So it gets below unity. basic Angry Mob distortion. This was kind of an Angry Mob for a bass, and I put the clipping diodes down here, and the on and off is up there. Volume, distortion. With the volume zeroed out, you get nothing. And you get some transistor distortion just easily. But when you dial in the distortion, you'll start kicking in the clipping diodes. So the input and output capacitors have large values to kind of fatten up the bass. So if you're playing, down low a lot, or a tenor, drop a D, drop A sharp, drop whatever, this will handle the low frequencies better. Alright, this was messing around with a couple of different approaches to the frequency pass-through on the simple distortion circuit. Volume, distortion. I think it distorts pretty much at all settings for this. Here's clean. I guess I put the pot in backwards. Or wired it backwards. Bass, treble. So. You get a sense. So you get two sounds for the price of one. This is a basic distortion pedal with distortion, volume, and tone, but I don't really like the taper of the pot for the distortion, and I think the pots are a little too close together, but I mean, you can make it work. So here's your clean. Distortion goes away quickly on that pot. Volume. Well, it gets loud enough. Yeah, that's almost a fuzzy, isn't it? But it's got tone control, volume, and since you usually max your distortion anyway. It's just faintly noisy. I wonder if it could be the lights here, but I'm not sure. Some of these, it's clearly a high gain circuit because it's picking up noise that the other pedals haven't picked up.